In today's Health Watch, a lot of people face it but are too embarrassed to talk about it. As Local 5's Connie Feldman reports, incontinence is not just for the elderly.
It's not something we're comfortable talking about, which is why so often people suffer in silence, needlessly. Now, one local woman hopes to put an end to that suffering by letting people know there is something you can do about incontinence.
Yeah, I have to say probably one of the reasons I waited too is slightly being embarrassed to talk to my doctor about it.
Sarah Fielder is a healthy young mother of 3.
My youngest is 6, so I waited till he went to kindergarten.
Like many moms, Fielder was so busy taking care of others, she put off addressing a health issue of her own.
Finish taking care of everyone else and their needs, and I'll take care of myself later.
Fielder was struggling with something else many mothers can relate to, but they tend to keep it between themselves.
You know, I think there's almost that joke amongst moms of like, oh, once you have a baby, they ruin your bladder.
Fielder's talking about incontinence, something often thought of as only affecting the elderly population. But Aurora Baycare Medical Center physical therapist Kelly Garrell says it's not uncommon in younger people, especially moms.
I think there are a lot of women out there who just attribute urinary leakage to, well, I had kids and this is just what happens now.
But Garrell says it doesn't have to be that way.
Although incontinence is pretty common, it's not a symptom that women have to continue to live with.
Which is why Fielder chose to share her story.
I need to talk about it, and I think that hopefully this, even if it encourages one mom or woman who struggles with these challenges, that they ask for some help, and there's great help available.
That's what Fielder did after deciding she didn't want to go through life like this anymore.
Every time we had to go somewhere, I need to make, did I use the bathroom before we left? Or, was there going to be a bathroom there? Do I need to stop at the gas station before we arrive?
Fielder works with Garrell on strengthening exercises, not just for her body, but her brain too.
Pelvic floor strength is part of that. We also do look at behavioral modifications and how the bladder and the brain are communicating.
So Fielder can get back to enjoying what her body's worked so hard to achieve.
We have these amazing bodies that can make and carry babies, but they can also be healed.
If you have a similar challenge, but like Fielder, you haven't wanted to talk about it, the professionals at Aurora Baycare are there to help. Give them a call at 920-288-8000 or schedule an appointment at aurorabaycare.com/appointments. And that's your Health Watch. I'm Connie Feldman, Local 5 News.
Thank you, Connie. Tomorrow in Health Watch, why arthritis is another condition that does not just affect our aging population.